Cowboys Nation, listen very carefully before we jump into today's story. I need to say something important real quick. I know a lot of you watch my videos every single day. You enjoy the updates. You love the Cowboys news, but many of you are still not subscribed. So if you love Dallas Cowboys content, if you want daily updates about injuries, breaking news, and inside stories, please take 1 second right now, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It helps the channel grow and it helps me bring you faster and better Cowboys news. Thank you so much. Now let's get into it, because today's topic is powerful, emotional, and honestly something every Cowboys fan needs to hear today. We are talking about a strong message, a bold message, and a very real message that Dak Prescott just sent to Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. And this is not just another quote or a small comment. This message tells us a lot about where Dak's mind is, where this team is heading, and what the future of the Dallas Cowboys could look like. So stay with me till the end, because this story has layers and I promise you this will make you think differently about Dak Prescott as a leader. Now let me start like this. Imagine being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, the most famous team in the NFL. Every move you make is watched, every word you say is judged, and every win or loss somehow becomes your fault. That is the pressure Dak Prescott lives with every single day, and on top of that, this season has been full of ups and downs, injuries, criticism, and tough losses. And in the middle of all this, Dak decided to send a clear message, not to the fans, not to the media, but directly to Jerry Jones, the man who owns the team and controls the future of this franchise. Dak's message was not angry, it was not disrespectful, but it was very strong and very honest. Dak basically made it clear that he believes in himself, he believes in this team, and he believes that winning takes more than just talent. It takes trust, support, and commitment from the top. And when Dak speaks like this, it tells us something important. He is not just thinking about this season, he is thinking about legacy. Dak knows that Cowboys fans are frustrated. He knows people question his performance in big games. He knows the noise around injuries and playoff failures. But instead of running from that pressure, Dak is stepping into it and saying, listen, I am here, I am ready, and I need the organization to be all in two. That is a big message, especially when it is directed at Jerry Jones. Let's talk about why this message matters so much. Jerry Jones is known for being very involved. He speaks to the media often, he makes bold statements, and he always believes in the Cowboys brand. But sometimes that spotlight creates pressure on players, and Dak's message felt like a reminder that football decisions and football success need stability, patience, and belief, not constant doubt. Dak has always been a team-first guy. He does not throw teammates under the bus. He does not blame coaches, and he rarely speaks about contracts or ownership, but this time his words carried weight. He talked about accountability, he talked about doing things the right way, and he talked about how everyone needs to be aligned if the Cowboys truly want to win championships. And let me be clear, Dak is not asking for special treatment. He is asking for trust. Trust in the locker room, trust in the coaching staff, and trust in the process. Dak wants Jerry Jones to understand that building a championship team is not about headlines, it is about consistency and culture. Now think about this from Dak's perspective. He has dealt with serious injuries in his career, injuries that could have ended other players' careers, but he came back stronger every time. He worked harder, he stayed positive, and he continued to lead this team when things were falling apart. That kind of resilience does not come from nowhere, that comes from belief. And when a leader like that speaks, you listen. Dak's message also sends a signal to his teammates. When your quarterback stands up and speaks honestly, it builds respect. It shows that he is willing to take responsibility, and it shows that he wants everyone, including the owner, to be held to the same standard. That is leadership at the highest level. Some fans might ask, is this a sign of tension between Dak and Jerry Jones? Honestly, I do not see it that way. I see it as a grown man conversation. Dak is saying, we have the talent, we have the tools, now we need the right support and the right decisions to take the next step, and that is fair. Let's also talk about timing. Dak did not send this message after one bad game or one loss. This came after a stretch of reflection, after dealing with injuries, after seeing how close this team can be and how far it still needs to go. This message comes from experience, not emotion. And Cowboys fans, you need to understand this. Dak is not just fighting for his job, he is fighting for the future of this team. He knows his window, he knows the NFL does not wait, and he knows that every season matters. That urgency is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Now let me address something important. There will always be critics, people who say Dak is not the guy, people who Compare him to other quarterbacks, people who bring up playoff records, but those people often forget what Dak brings beyond stats. He brings leadership, stability, and belief, and those things matter more than people realize. Dak's message to Jerry Jones also puts pressure on the front office. It tells them that players are paying attention. They know when moves make sense, and they know when decisions hurt the team. That does not mean Dak is trying to run the organization. It means he cares deeply about winning, and here is something that really stood out to me. Dak talked about togetherness. He talked about everyone pulling in the same direction, and that includes ownership, coaching staff, and players. That is a powerful statement because it shows Dak wants unity, not division. Now let's talk about what this could mean moving forward. Could this message change how Jerry Jones approaches things? Maybe. Could it lead to more patience with the coaching staff? Possibly. Could it lead to smarter roster decisions? We will have to wait and see, but one thing is clear: Dak has made his stance known. This is also a message to Cowboys Nation. Dak is saying, I hear you, I feel the frustration, but do not doubt my commitment, do not doubt my heart, and do not doubt my desire to bring a championship back to Dallas. That is powerful for an AI voiceover. This kind of story works perfectly because it is emotional, it is real, and it feels like you are inside the locker room hearing what is really going on behind the scenes. As a fan, you may not agree with everything Dak says, but you have to respect that he is willing to speak up. Not every quarterback does that. Some stay quiet to protect themselves. Dak chose to be honest, and let me tell you something. Honesty is risky in the NFL, especially when you are talking about ownership, but that risk also shows confidence. Dak is confident in who he is and what he brings to this team. Now imagine if this message leads to positive change. Imagine if the Cowboys rally around this mindset. Imagine if everyone truly gets on the same page. That is when special things can happen. This story is not about drama, it is about leadership, it is about accountability, and it is about a quarterback who wants to win at the highest level. Cowboys Nation, this is a moment to pay attention because moments like this often define careers and franchises. Dak Prescott has drawn a line not against anyone but for the future of this team. Before we wrap this up, I want to know what you think. Do you believe Dak was right to send this strong message? Do you think Jerry Jones will listen? And do you believe this could change the direction of the Dallas Cowboys? Let me know your thoughts in the comments because I read every single one, and if you made it this far, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another Cowboys fan. I post detailed videos breaking down every injury, every update, and every big story surrounding the Dallas Cowboys, so make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss anything. This is Alex, and I want to thank you for watching, supporting the channel, and riding with Cowboys Nation through every high and low. Stay locked and stay positive, and as always, let's keep believing in this team. I will see you in the next video.